What's up, guys? Welcome back to Fisher Hacks. Today I'm going to be fragging out some Acropora and getting that up for sale. So by the time you see this video, everything that I've cut in this video had already been healed and I'll be ready to go. So just check the website for inventory. It changes probably every 2 days. I used to do it every day, but there's just too much going on to be able to update it then. But every 2 to 3 days, I'm getting the inventory updated. So in this video, I'm just going to show you the new setup I have regarding fragging. Now, this is the same cart that I used to ship out coral. I just took out the boxes and put my fragging supplies in here, and that's what we're going to get into next. So when it comes to safety, of course, you're going to be using a little mask here I picked up from Home Depot. It covers your nose and your mouth. Safety glasses, of course, and then rubber gloves. Picked them up from Harbor Freight or Home Depot, it doesn't matter. When it comes to holding the coral, I like to put it in a cut. I cut the top off of a BRS jug here that they use for 2-part. Holds everything. Gluing wise, we have the Instant Set and then the BRS gel super glue. So that's good for that. When it comes to other tools, I have some pliers here, bone cutters, and a dental pick if I need it. Sometimes I just have to clean out the pliers and the dental and the bone cutter, so that's pretty much what that is used for. Tools for the Dremel, and speaking of the Dremel, I have it hanging here, and I have a diamond coated cutting bit. So that's pretty much it for the tools. When it comes to frag plugs, I have the 3 that I make, and then a flat one. So we have the flat one for bigger chunks of like zoanthids and stuff, or bigger chunks of Acropora. Then we have the small frag plug and the larger frag plug. So I make all those. Those are on my website if you want to check them out. I do send 2 of these with every coral order, so if you purchase any of my coral, you've already received some of those plugs. Either way, guys, let's go ahead and get some coral out of the tank and get cutting. Alright, I just had to move the bucket because I wanted to make sure it was low enough for you guys to see. So I intend on continuing to grow this out. So basically it's just getting like the water level is like right here. So it's just time to trim it up a little bit. That's about the extent of that. I'm going to let that grow out. I'm going to take off this big chunk. Probably have to turn the drill up if I can't get through it. Try it again. So if you have the drill bit not high enough, it's going to get caught inside the skeletal structure and obviously not cut it. So that one's good. Let's go ahead and check out this. This is the Rainbow Millie. I love this coral. So glad that I have a ton of it too, because I plan on putting it all over the place in the new tank. So how do I want to cut this? Let's see. Let's take off the side chunk here. And I'm going to take off the side here because it's basically been growing into other corals. So taking off these 2 sides would be more than enough. Yeah, that's good for now. We'll let that grow out and cut it some more. I do have another colony of this in there, actually 2 more, but I can go ahead and cut that up. So as you can see, the stuff spreads out all over the place, and you have to have your glasses on, you know, just having it at an angle. For me to see it properly, I kind of have to have stuff, I wouldn't say flying towards my face, but it's hard to make a cut when you're not looking at the blade properly. So, I mean, there's so many other ways to do it, but you definitely got to have your glasses and mask on when you're doing this. All right, so let me get my gloves off and all that stuff, and I'm going to get some more coral out of there. And the reason why I take my gloves off is I don't want to get water on the inside because it's really annoying. So, 1 second. All right, so I went ahead and got 2 more colonies. Everybody loves this one. And actually, I got 3 more colonies. We're going to frag off the side pieces here. And then what I'm going to do is, once everything's fragged, I'm going to separate it by species, or by type, better yet, into these cups. That way they're not touching each other, and we'll start fragging everything out. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and separate everything real quick, and then we're going to come back and start fragging. Alrighty, I went ahead and separated everything into individual cups. A little bit of glare there from the T5s, but yeah, it's not too bad. And I do this probably every 3 weeks or so. I've been cutting those colonies up, and they just grow back and continue the process. And I'll probably just take the colonies and put them in the new 300-gallon tank, and then obviously let it encrust onto the rock, and then eventually continue to frag them out. But yeah, not too bad. There's I would say maybe 30 frags total. There's a lot of that Acropora, and which is good because a ton of that stuff gets sold, and I'm glad that I have a lot of it to cut up still. Either way, let's go ahead and get into fragging everything. Okay, first things first, let's go and get the frag plugs out. I'm going to use the smaller ones for it now. See how many I drop on the floor. Oh, this frag rack is pretty dirty. As you can see, it's not letting me get in there. I actually use this same thing to make these frag plugs, so that's why it's a little dirty. That's good for now. We're gonna go ahead and let's do this first. Coral accelerator. Make sure my glue is good to go. Should probably add a new tip to this, but that's okay. It's definitely wobbly. Let that sit for a second. Dump this water back in the tank. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so I went ahead and got a new tip for my glue just because that one wasn't working very well. Let's see if it works more. Yeah, it's much better. Let's do these guys. Now it doesn't have to be perfect because, well, at least not on my end, because I usually don't sell them until they've encrusted over the glue completely and are touching the frag plug. That's usually when I sell them off. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more glue here. Let those dry for a second and we're going to toss them in the tank. Alright guys, I just put away the other frags. I'm going to go ahead and continue the process. I am going to fast forward this just because it will be a long video, so enjoy. Welcome back guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't really have any more time today to actually cut frags. I like to go ahead and knock out several colonies, just get it done and over with. And yeah, well, I just don't have time to do it today, so I will continue cutting frags tomorrow and most likely the day after that. Now there is a fine line between cutting too much and having an alkalinity dip and not having enough coral to sell. And I've been tiptoeing that line for the last several weeks, but you know, the tank is still stable. I'm not really having any issues, and coral looks better than it ever has. So either way guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.